Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Taking Up Space, a Michelle A. Mayer podcast. Always excited, y'all, about coming forward. Today is no different. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday to you. I want to come on today and speak to something. Saw something on social media regarding this, and I have been experiencing this. I experience this a lot in my life, and this is not to toot my own horn. I'm not a person that goes around tooting her own horn, but I'm not the type of person that's ashamed of myself or that is, feel some kind of way about the path that God has led me in my life. I honestly believe that God establishes people in a way so that they can come from amongst particular groups of people, particular communities. Maybe it's your community that you grew up with and you rose out of that and you inspired other people in your community so that they can know that they can do the same. Whether it's a particular friend group that you've had, your friends that you grew up with, your homies, your homegirls, your homeboys, your buddies, your pals, whatever you call them, that you had when you were coming up, your BFFs and all that kind of stuff. And you rise to certain levels of knowing within yourselves and your craft. You perfect your craft and you showcase it to the world and people see it. And you become so enamored in your craft that it evolves you. It moves you into another space in your life. You evolve, you ascend because of the work you do in your craft, your calling. And it motivates people. It makes people feel like, wow, I knew him, I knew her, and look at what they're doing. I could do these things too. It makes people look at what their craft is, whether it's a similar craft or whether it's something completely different, but that they have a calling in. It makes them reevaluate what it is that they do with their time. It makes them look at themselves and say, what is it that I can do? I see her doing this. And she's doing well at this. Or I see him doing this and he's doing well at this. What else can I do? That's the topic of the conversation that I have with you today. But it's not just that. The topic, really, the meat of the conversation that I have for you is that craft, is that thing that you're crafting that God has put in your heart? Is that the thing that you're pulling forward? And if it is, are you pulling it forward in the way, in the spirit that God put it in you to pull it forward in? You see, it's the spirit of the thing that matters the most. Is that thing that you're using, that you're offering to people, feeding them nutrition? Is it a good thing? Is it in alignment with the will of God, the Creator? Regardless to what religious vertical you align to. The creator of this world, when we look at the world of nature, it's a righteous world. It is a balanced system. The animal kingdom is a righteous system. It is a balanced system. The animals, the plants, insects, reptiles, amphibians, all that inhabit that realm are standing in their creation. And they're doing what they were to do, what they were designed to do. Is your calling in alignment to that? And is your offering representative to that which God created you to offer your calling in? You see, it's okay to motivate people. It's okay for people to look at you and say, oh, I want to go on social media and do videos and speak like this. And I want to talk about things that I see other people talking about because it seems attractive. Not even social media. I'm just using what I do as an example. But whatever your calling may be, whatever you're offering up, somebody may look at it and they find it attractive. Why? Because of the outward projection. I spoke to this yesterday, y'all. The outward projection. The outward projection is the easiest portion of your offering. That's the easiest part of it. The hardest part of your offering, friend, and what I want to encourage all of you to do, is focus on perfecting your craft. Do all the things along your path you need so that you perfect your craft. You know what you're talking about. You can contend with the best of them, even though you don't have a degree in it. You just have a calling. You have a fascination in it. And I'm here to tell you that fascination will supersede a degree. You see, a degree is just a stamped piece of paper that a university, a system, gives you for spending a certain amount of time, organized time, in actively pursuing information on a thing. Not knowledge. You're pursuing information. Yet the knowledge comes from the fascination, from the bewilderment, from you pursuing that information and you becoming locked into it and enamored by it, the concept of it. And now fascination is kindled, and you begin to, through fascination, allow it to be a spiritual give and take. This is where knowledge comes from. You begin to make that information actual in your life by pondering it in your life and going about life. And then you pondering it, experiences are bound to come that will show you how to interpret that information. Information is nothing without experience. Information starts and stops at the point of information. It never goes from information to knowledge without the vehicle of experience. So I encourage you to go into the world and get, yes, information, but love that thing so much that you actually become knowledgeable of it. And in your knowledge of it, you overrank any university. A university can just give you technique and extra avenues of perceiving this thing, other opinions of how you can look at this thing outside of your own vantage point. But your knowledge gives you the knowing, friend. And the knowing is what will allow you to come forth, offer your thing up, and not worry about all of those people that get inspired by you offering your thing, coming and usurping you. You don't care about none of that. Wherever you see me, you see God. Wherever you find me on these social apps, you see God. You will be introduced to God by way of this channel. That's my mantra. Now, yours might be different. And in you seeing God in me, I encourage it to multiply in you so that you go out and you do the same thing. You see God in yourself and you allow God, that spirit of God, to multiply within you. And you offer up your thing as well. Don't be emotionally attached to your offering. I'm doing this podcast. I enjoy doing them. They're great. I love it. I do have notes, because what will happen is I'll finish the podcast and I'll be like, darn it, I wanted to say that and I forgot to say it. So I create notes so that I can pull everything I want and I had in mind initially into this podcast. But I'm winging it. I'm going for what I know. This is not scripted. I don't do that. This is not an act. This is me. And just like Jesus, when he came forth amongst the people that he grew up with and the people in his community that saw him day in and day out, doing regular stuff just like they did. They expected Jesus to not have to go to the store and get bread. They expected Jesus to make bread every day by way of a miracle. They didn't expect Jesus to have the same trials and tribulations that they had. They expected Jesus to miraculously solve all his problems because he was the Son of God and he was active in the world. It doesn't work that way. And none of us are Jesus. So we're bound to fall lesser on the totem pole than even he was. But he himself could not go before his own neighbors and his own community or his own family or his own friends that knew him and they acknowledged the power of which he stood in. They couldn't believe it. No matter what the truth was of him, they couldn't believe it. But were inspired. They saw it as an act, in a sense. Some people are bound to see what you do as an act. They're bound to see it as, oh, she just wants to come forward and show off. Oh, this is a gimmick for getting money. Oh, she just wants to try to find a way of getting money and to be popular or to be famous. They always minimize it down to something that can fit in to their mindset. Yet, I encourage you that when you come forward and you offer your gifts, just like I'm doing this podcast, let me get back to my main point. Surely I would love to continue to do these podcasts. I enjoy them. I can go for what I know. It's a freeing experience for me. It's the highlight of my day. Yet I'm not emotionally attached to how this podcast will fare out for me. I don't have a fixated vision in my mind of where this podcast will take me, and I'm banking 1,000% on that. I'm not doing that. Why? I bank on my alignment with God. This podcast can come and go, friend. This whole internet can come and go. But my alignment with God, I got that through and through. And the gifts that God has instilled in me, I can offer, whether I'm on this podcast or I need to adjust it to do something else. The gift will adjust itself to meet me at my highest level in whatever vertical I put my attention to. So there's no fear. What I'm leading to is the feelings we get when other people are impressed by our offerings and they want to mimic or align in a way that they imitate what we do. If you're not motivating someone to do what you do, friend, you're not doing what you do well. I don't care if they openly acknowledge it or if they just act like they were intending on doing that all along, but you just got to it first. It doesn't matter. If you're not motivating someone, if your vibration is not strong enough to make someone want to do it like you do it, or to take it a step further, or even to somewhat enter into the arena or the realm of possibilities in which you are enacting, you're not doing it well enough. You're not an ambassador for God. It's not about me. It's not about you. It's about the material we represent. What is that? The God particle. It's about bringing people closer to the God within them. And if that happens in whatever manner, and they take on that mantle in whatever manner, that's none of our business. Why? Because it's no threat to us. This was never my lane. There's 1,000 podcasters out here. Friend, there's so many podcasters, it's not even funny. But none are doing what I do the way I do it. And neither could they ever. Because I'm standing in the truth of who I am. And that's the part that I need for everybody to get. It's enough sunlight out here for everybody to get their shine on, friend. There is no fear. The sun in the sky shines on all of us the same. And none is neglected, ever. It's the same way with your calling. Regardless to however many other people partake of the same calling, however they got to it, whether they were impressed upon it by you or they were impressed upon it by someone else, whether they take tidbits of what you offer and make it their own, or whether they organically come up with it on their own, it's none of your business. There should be no concern in you. And if the feeling comes upon you, you need to immediately acknowledge it. Hold it in your mind's eye and investigate it. Why do I feel this way? What is the root of this feeling? Pinpoint what that is and begin to build that up so you are stronger in that. This is my word for you today, very short and sweet. Be a trendsetter in your own dynamic way. Dynamic meaning at a moment's notice way. Don't be fixed in anything. Be fluid. Be dynamic. Be able to pivot whenever spirit needs you to pivot. You looking to be fixed, you looking to slay all of those that your fears tell you are competition, friend, it ain't gonna do nothing for you. It will take you out of alignment from that which you come forward with. It'll take you out of alignment from the power. When you see me, you must see God. If you come looking for whatever purposes, whether it's aesthetic stuff or whether it's to find a fault or whether it's to praise or whether it's to be curious and whether it's because of a rumor, whether it's because of a hater, we all have them, or whether it's because of a friend, you will be met immediately with the word of God and you will leave with a perspective of God. That's the part. And that's the part that I ask each and every one of you to enact in your thing. Let people leave better after encountering you in whatever aspect. And let them know that through that encounter, a little bit more about the God within them. Let curiosity be kindled because of you. Stay fluid. Stay movable. Don't be fixed. Stay fluid. Because I'm here to tell you that, friend, if one avenue doesn't work, your gift will never leave you. It will just morph into another avenue. It'll continue to morph. You can call it a podcast. You can call it a motion picture. You can call it a meme. You can call it a book. You can call it a public speaking event. You can call it a motivational word. You can call it a prayer circle. You can call it church. I mean, there's so many ways that it can morph that I myself can't even imagine them of. It's not bound to a particular vertical or any type of confined space. It's water. And what does water do? Water adapts to whatever environment it finds itself in. It's adaptive. It's fluid. And in that, the only way that it goes bad is if there is no movement, is if you don't act upon it. That's the only sin. And when God wants to do something through you, friend, God will remove people that look to stop the movement of his water. It's not your job to worry about it. It's your job to be the vessel that's in agreement to the movement. It's your job to act. Always looking to be an inspiration to you. I'm so thankful. You don't even know. I'm so thankful, y'all. You're loved more than you'll ever know. I'll never stop telling you. Peace and love.